And y'all already know we are back. Happy holidays. It don't matter what day it is. We are here with
Happy
you.
holidays.
Welcome. Yes, there she go. Happy holidays, baby. Welcome back, everybody, to the Millie Blaze Show. Oh, I can't hear you. I think your mic's messing up, baby. Bad timing. But as we always start off every show, I got a toast to you.
Oh,
Toast to the people out there watching. Hurry on, let's get this show started. Happy.
Cheers.
Welcome to episode 4 review. You already know what it is. In sheep's clothing. Episode 4 of Power jumped off this week, babe, and
all we had.
Oh no, wrong picture. I apologize. Played the wrong one. There it is.
We'll run your ass into the ground.
Doing, Kanan? Oh. But I can tell it ain't good. You brought all this shit into his life. The feds, they got eyes on you, they got eyes on Kanan.
Oh, there it is. So this episode in sheep's clothing to me is just that Mother of the Year, episode of the year goes to Rock. But the way this show opens up in this episode, my dear, with 50 as always, adult Kanan narrating, you know, cats move too fast. And sometimes you move too fast, you just need to slow down because you don't get things ready. You can't catch and make the mistakes for the F-ups you done made. Sir, your thoughts on the opening start of this show, of this episode?
so I think that this is just the point of him talking about you need to slow down and you're going too fast leads into something that's bigger than what it is. That what they're alluding to. And the build up to the show really demonstrates to me how we've interpreted already, and you came up with it. You realized that there's a couple people actually who's moving too fast right now. So I'm excited to get into this.
So we start off after my man gets knocked out. You seen that little scene right there? Well, he gets locked up. Kanan, it's hard to call him Kanan. I want to call him so much. I want to call him 50, but we know his name is Kanan. Calls Uncle Lulu, come help me out. Why, you know, you get into some ish. He already said in the opening part we played that, but then we see Rock goes to finally becomes the owner of the Southside Plaza. Look, she's all happy, but the cops is waiting on her. The cops is watching. The block is already hot. You can come here and do all these things, but we gonna knock this stuff down. We gonna take it brick by brick if you don't pay us. Essentially is what they're saying, and we know about your son as well.
Mutually beneficial. He said we need to have an arrangement that is mutually beneficial. So that usually means that I know you in the mix about something because I've done my research on you. Mm-hmm. So you need to, so we can stay off your behind. You need to go ahead and run us this money. They're looking for an arrangement. Yes.
Run me my money, right? So as these two dirty cops, let's just call them Dummy 1 and Dummy 2. How about that? Can I call them Dummy 1, Dummy 2?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber here because, you know, they don't know Rock. And look at Rock like, oh, for real?
No, she's looking like, are you serious? And then
put my son's name
in it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. No, that's what she gave him that look like. Oh, you gonna talk about my son? Oh, we talking about my baby now? Okay.
No, yeah.
And let's just call Rock what she is. She is Mother of the Year. Okay? Rock peeps out what Kanan is doing, passing out the beepers and the maps, and she sees, oh, you got to go through the metal detectors, huh? Okay, you want to come home? I got you. Let me go by your crib that they don't even know, right? And can this be also, the title is In Sheep's Clothing. So we know what happens here with this spoiler alert, right? But was this a good thing? Did she just get Kanan out of trouble? Were the cops following Rock, babe? Or was the cops already scoping out Kanan? Because they were already there when she pulled up.
I feel like the cops was on Rock.
I think the cops were on Kanan in the situation.
Okay, he had the notepad before Rock came, and he pulled out the camera when Rock came. So he could have been there for that.
Listen, the powers that be, pun intended here in this show, and these show writers do great jobs at making this the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Power Universe. So everything is connected for a reason. Okay, but they're scoping out the scene. Either way, Rock pulls up. They're like, What she doing? So we got you already, Rock, with the cops. Now here, she's watching the spot and what's going on. She's finna go talk to Famous. But when she goes in the crib, she puts a gun in her son's pocket, in her son's book bag. Kanan's getting locked up. Now Kanan's in the system. Kanan's in the system. Mother of the year, Kanan's in the system.
That is like the biggest rule for black moms. Do not let your son go in the system. That's the biggest rule for black. That's the thing where you know how black fathers be like, keep the daughter off.
Keep off the pole.
For moms, it's keep my son out of the system. Like, how dare she? Like, the argument is always Monet, Tasha, and now nope. This is her. She took it. She took it from Monet. She took it. Okay.
That's great. So we see here that she's giving Famous the money yet again. What 50? Kanan just said, next time you let my mother in the crib, I'm fucking you up. I'm fucking you up, right? Why does Famous is such a hype? What's going on, cuzzo? Famous is such a hype, right? Like you making money. Kanan and y'all making money, and you still taking Rock's money. She says, mind your business, Famous. It's family business. Hold on, I'm sorry, because they all talk the same. They Southside, right? You mind your business, Famous. Take this money.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Take this money. Famous takes the money. So, mother of the year, right? She said it's all up. Meanwhile, he gets locked up. He's like, Dr. West, Dr. West, this ain't my gun. This ain't my gun.
This ain't mine. Yeah, and he was serious about that. And the way that she looked at him was like she really kept it going. Like it was so I can't imagine that as a mom, yo. It's so crazy. Go ahead.
No, it's just funny to me how she just set this whole thing up and orchestrated this entire thing to her son, who she's now got. Maybe she didn't know she was gonna put him in the system.
She knew she was gonna do that shit.
Maybe, I don't know. Right, like so this is like, so shout out to my man Waz Shabazz, what we call Waz, the Soul Art. Go check out the new album Motivation. He said, I stopped liking Power when Ghost, who's always been very careful, took the gloves off and touched Agent Knoxx's door, and that's how his fingerprints got on the door. He said he didn't like that because why would he do that? He's never done that before. And this makes me say, like, why would Rock do this? Yeah, why would Rock do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you call the cops, you put a gun in your son's bag going into school, like, and he's sitting here like, what the fuck? Did Famous do this shit? Right? Famous might get killed behind this. He killed his son. He killed his son. Why not kill Famous?
Sean. And Famous' name is Sean.
Meanwhile,
so it could be.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. No. Hey, 1 + 1 = 2.
Could be if he found out that and then he did it and he felt bad because his mom actually set it up, that he would name his son.
He said, I'm fucking you up. I'm fucking you up. Okay.
Don't take no money from her.
I'm fucking you up.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
So here come this dude in the crib like, yo, man. Why trust Paul? There's no reason to trust Paul. We have zero reason to trust Paul. He just came and said, I went all the way back. He just came and said he's losing riders, right? He just said he's losing people. Drivers are falling left and right. I'm not getting paid. Kanan gave him some hush money. He took that. But one thing I tell you about anybody who's look at him. First of all, he's an Alabama sweat hog, all right? But he's basically from like Staten Island. He's like a Staten Island dump is what he looked like, is what Paul looked like. What up, Dina? We love you, though, girl. Every Wednesday we have a meatball day.
From Chicago.
Huh?
Adrian Bronner. He looks like Adrian Bronner. Or Adrian Bronner? That's not him. Adrian, from Chicago.
From Force?
That I like. He's an icon. He looks like that guy.
Who looks like that guy? Paul?
He looks like that guy to me.
He like Chess?
Paul, yeah.
I don't think it looks like Chess. Man, you trying to say all white folks look alike, man. We moving on. And then,
Lenny Carey.
Then Lulu comes to Marvin with a proposition. Here, let's take over Surgery Boudreaux's. We need some money up in this place, and I ain't got no money because Rock took all my money, and I can't sell drugs no more because I ain't trying to sell drugs no more. So I need your help, big brother. You know what I mean? We all know Marvin's on this kick he's on, saving the world, Captain Save a Ho, I called him. You got offended, but I'm just saying he's saving everybody. Is what Marvin's doing. He's looking smart. He's dressing better than Lulu these days, and that's a shame because the first 2 seasons Lulu had the dress code on, not next to Meek. Okay, so meanwhile we got what?
So there's a delay, I guess, when we do this. There's a delay. Okay. So what I was thinking about that made me think because Marvin's chain got bigger and he's dressing different. So it made me think of Paid in Full when Lulu was like, "Oh, your friends dress nice," and Ace was like, "Nah, they dress like." Nice. You dress like nice. That made me think of that when that scene was playing. It made me think of that. Go ahead.
So meanwhile, Marvin realizes when he helps Gerald out that Joy. And you know what? Here's the thing about the Power Universe and the breadcrumb layers that paved the way for us to understand these shows. Right? Is that they said they went back when you go, oh, voice staff. You see that, but you don't add that in to why he's looking at his ID. He's just looking to see where he goes home. But they didn't show the ID first. They showed his work ID first. So he's an entertainment writer, right? So he can pretty much, he owes Marvin anything. He can write, Marvin can say, hey, I need you to write this about my daughter, right? And get them over and that kind of thing. So I'm looking at where that goes because Gerald's like, you know, I miss Renee. Right? Heck, I miss Renee too. Rest in peace. And I need her, and I miss the group, Marvin. It didn't just always help with just my anger. It helped with other things. Marvin's like, man, we could be that for each other. Let's be a team here. Again, shout out to Marvin to me for holding this down. Your thoughts on the most mature motherfucker on the show?
I'm super proud of Marvin, and he's just moving step by step in the right direction. And it's like a step program, right? His sobriety is like a 12-step program, right? And I really think that Marvin is he's gonna continue to make a difference this season in a positive way. But everybody don't stay happy. So I'm trying to figure out where this is gonna go because people like that normally get knocked down.
Yeah, you know what? My man Robert checking in. Listen, I think Famous dies. I don't think Famous goes to jail. I think Famous. I'm not saying Kanan kills him, but I think he gets ready before he goes there. You know what I mean? But I'm interested to see where that dynamic of their friendship go as well. Again, Sean is Famous's real name. He names his son Sean. Put the two and two together. I think 50. I always want to call him that. Kanan feels some kind of way, so he names his son after his best friend. Now, moving on, right? And Detective Howard, the feds are moving in. Here's one thing I know about Power Universe Police. They connect all the dots. They just fuck up somewhere, babe. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in this case, no, go ahead.
No, I said it's literally just normally it's like one form of paperwork that it didn't get legalized, some warrant that didn't get legalized, a tax that it didn't get legalized, somebody who they didn't read their rights to. It's really something really stupid like that, and everybody gets off because of it.
Everybody gets off. Yes, that's a good one. Baby, you out here dropping fire on these bitches right now. Go ahead, let it rain on these bitches. Okay, boom. So, listen, the cops always involved. The feds always got their nose in something. They're like, yo, something's fishy in Denmark, man. Like, what do you mean this guy, you know, he's like, that's what the rappers do. He's trying to change the narrative as Howard to throw off the scent. But even he knows they on to something or they wouldn't have brought him in to ask him a question. Howard's not a dumb cop, right? So he knows, you know, like, you know, the one guy says, where you at with that on your shooting case? He says, or they ask him where they are with it. He says, you know, more suspicion than actual proof or something like that. And he asks him the same question about how his murder, you know, finding his shooter goes, and Howard echoes the same thing. So that was good also in this episode. But then right here, baby, look at your man's. Your man he got more than an Oedipus problem. Look, they go snap, crackle, and Urkel. We got in this scene. Snap, crack, and Urkel. So we introduced Snap to the show. My man from The Wire, you always want to call him Michael from Waiting to Excel. So disrespectful. That man overcame that role. He overcame that role, okay? And we get Snap, crack. Listen, he goes and asks for help to get some money. They're like, we ain't got no money for you like that, but you know what? We trust you. We made money in the past. I'll go ahead and I'll give you some of the money. You got to get some help somewhere else. Then he goes off and he goes and meets Mr. Barksdale, Dean Barksdale. That's his new name, Dean Barksdale, because right now he ain't got no name. And he's like, yo, I ain't got no work for you. I ain't got no work for the South Side. I ain't got no work for nobody with the Thomas name. We're done with y'all. We're cutting y'all off. He's a little mad by that. He's a little upset. Little man comes up to him with a gun. Ronnie, I call him Michael Myers. Ronnie Myers Thomas. Like the way he moves like Michael Myers. He never's running.
I still think that he has some mental issue too. But most psychopaths do. They normally have some quirk that they have. So this, in his case, he usually looks that it looks now like what Howard Hughes had.
Yes.
You know what
that
I mean?
OCD, yeah, they haven't had that cleaning thing, yeah. For our Vampire Diary fans, Elijah also have the same thing. When there's a mess, he has to clean it. It's an OCD thing. So he said, you gotta go get the help. He can't get the help from Dean. He says, your brother's working as a Colombian. Somehow, Ronnie finds all this out in one episode. He's moving too fast, right? 50 Kanan told us. He moving too fast, B. All right? And he goes and finds out the Colombians from Dean, because Dean ran his mouth loose, lip sync ships, and he goes and he tracks down the Colombians, and he gets Juliana's attention. Juliana wants Neek dead anyway. It's been like that since he held her hostage, and I think Ronnie's wanting to kill his brother.
Juliana can go though. I'm over her.
I think Ronnie tries to kill Neek.
I think he's gonna get a hold of that baby mom first. I think Nick is gonna have to choose.
Well, I said
from the beginning, he's gonna have to choose between that baby mom and Rock. I bet that's what's gonna happen.
Well, we see right here. Well, he comes right here. He comes back right here and goes, yo, you've been running your mouth. And Ronnie's like, I don't. First of all, shout out to Ronnie. And first of all, the producers, the design team of Raising Kanan is the greatest in television history to me, up there with Snowfall. I'm loving the 90s, everything. Okay, the orange slice. The orange slice in the pizza looked, oh my God, I wanted to go get some pizza when I saw this episode. The pepperoni was popping. It looked good, okay? Neek like, yo, I told you, mind your business. Meanwhile, Neek gonna go, for one last cry. One last cry. Before I leave Rock behind. Rock, like, you gotta go. My son's coming home. I'm gonna get him home. Watch me get him home. So, because she's mother of the year. She's mother of the freaking year. So, listen, my man Neek's that guy. First of all, we got. So, Jukebox gets her dream. She comes to the door. Jukebox's dream's about to happen, but Jukebox went and took a physical for the army, y'all. I think she's got to go off to the service. She's going to the service, in my opinion. But anyway, the new group Butter is formed. You got the girl who talks shit in the bathroom. She got Mint Girl and Jukebox. And the Diva girl talk too much shit.
And the Tomboy. Diva girl that's throwing Tomboy. It's supposed to be like a TLC, right?
Butter.
Butter.
Well, once upon a time, my man said that the greatest rapper in Philadelphia was named Butter Knife. I'm just saying. If you know, you know. No. So the kid comes in, and that's her name. And the kid comes in, and she names the group Butter. And for all intents and purposes, I know everybody has their things out there. And I heard something about what Jukebox would, how Jukebox may do something to her. The whole time, if you're watching the scene, Jukebox is smiling. Her and Mint Girl are like, they're happy to be here right now. So this is what Juke wanted. I think Juke's willing to do anything it takes to get to the music business. And again, that's to me why this show can go on for at least 10 years. We talked about it off air, love. And speak on that because Juke becomes this ruthless person. All we see is this beautiful girl right now.
Get fire on these bitches one time.
Jukebox, Laverne. I think that I don't know. She has to get like 3 more seasons of development before this. I feel like before she becomes this person, because she's still so hopeful and so positive right now. She doesn't believe that even with everything that went wrong, Marvin's coming up as a father, supporting, and he's like, "I got you, no matter what." Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You are cutting. I don't know what's
Oh,
going
I
on, but
thought
you
I
are
lost
cutting it
my
out.
everything went off for a second. Everything went off. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just like I'm excited for it, but I'm also nervous about it because I don't want to see how bad it's going to get before she becomes this person that Kanan ends up killing in power. Like that's crazy to me. Like she don't got no food for Tariq. That's that little nigga now. That book, that the son of the that book smart nigga Ghost. Like, what are you doing? Like, where did it come from? Like, where they
Yeah.
even haven't had Ghost and Tommy yet, so there's plenty of time for this to be something big. Plenty
And
of
we're
time.
still waiting on the Thanos of the Power Universe that named Breeze. As we saw in the comments earlier, I don't think
Yeah.
it's Ronnie either, but we got to find out who Breeze is, and then this guy. Let's just play this part honestly. Let's just.
Oh Lord.
Michael Myers. Yo, I got him, yo. Watch this, just like Michael Myers. You talk too much. Blood on his shoes went wrong to you, cause you ain't been through what I've been through. You're not like me,
And it
and I'm
ain't
not
about
like
what you say
you.
though.
I like I like you.
Woo, look
I
at
like
him,
that
ass down.
animal with it.
Why every time Barksdale die, he die from behind? Just say it. Just
Don't
say it. He's on the
pause.
floor again. Listen, before we get up out of here, your thoughts on In Sheep's Clothing?
This was a good episode. I'm really mad at Rockford. So there's no redemption for this though. Like there's no redemption. Like, girl, you crazy. So we're gonna see how. And you notice how nice the room was though. Like she was like kind of proud even in that. She was like, he's gonna come into a new place anyway, better than what Famous was living in. So I'm trying to. Yeah, I really want to see how this goes. I'm really disappointed in her for this though. I wasn't expecting it.
I thought this episode was great. This might have been the best episode for me of the season thus far. I don't think about this. We were talking to our kids earlier about how good television used to last 21, 23 episodes. And now here we are with these 10 episode seasons. I think it shortens us as fans. It's just horrible what we get. But hey, we got the next episode that comes out Friday at midnight. Let's check out the trailer right here.
Took all we had.
Somebody gonna have to pay.
Your thoughts, that comes out this Friday. And then we have on our TikTok page, make sure you go to our TikTok page, Millie Blaze on TikTok. We have a sneak peek of that episode where Neek and Ronnie are confronting each other. And it gets a little intense, shall we say. Again, your overall, so you ready for this week episode, man? Already, episode 5 is already here, man. Episode 5 is already here, babe. Drop fire on these bitches.
Yeah, everything everything's going so fast. But yeah, I mean, going fast is clearly, according to him, it's not the best idea. So we're gonna see. The brakes are gonna end up getting slammed. So we're gonna see how that happens because usually this gets really ugly when it starts off really fast. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that episode is called Somebody Has to Pay. You can see from the trailer, it definitely is intense. Somebody has to pay. It's a lot of stuff that went down. People were moving too fast. Rock, was she moving too fast? Was Ronnie also moving too fast? I think Neek is like how he goes to the Chinese and tells them point blank, like, hey, this is mom. I'm the chef in the cooking this month. I just love Neek. Listen, shout out to Joey Badass. I ain't gonna lie. I think Joey Badass is if we're gonna recast T'Challa, I might want to see how his acting chops can go. That's how much I love him in this show. I'm being honest. I thought my man, I thought Kane, aka Bobby Brown, was a good choice. I know people got their own choices out there also in replacing Chadwick Boseman, a great Chadwick Boseman. But I think maybe I want to see what Joey Badass can do because he plays this 90s thing so great. It's like I'm watching Rock. I'm watching somebody that I grew up watching on the Street Hustle. And right now when I watch this man on TV, so authentic. I love everything about it. But listen, your final thoughts, we get up out of here. You just want to see Joey Badass more. I know you like watching him on TV. That's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it's a good show. It's a good
It's
show.
all right. Listen,
So,
make sure you guys. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
no, I'm good. See y'all later.
All
All
right.
right. Everything you about to say. Say
Hey,
that.
oh, I got that special clip right here, y'all.
And you smiling because you got your head stuck between her legs. She turned you out.
My brother. So I ain't gonna check you.
Nobody check me, Meek.
I'll tell you one last time, Ronnie. It's just us, man.
I know you got other work. Money gotta be coming in some way.